We're on the record in two cases. First case is cause number 327354. The second case is cause number 327980. All two cases are styled the state of Texas versus Luis Torres Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, again, would you please raise your right hand? You have to stand up, sir. Mr. Alvarez, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I wanted.
Okay, Mr. Alvarez, you may put your hand down and you may be seated. Okay, Peppo, you're gonna have to move that document or that, yeah. Okay, because your hand was in his face. Okay, Mr. Alvarez, how are you doing?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Alvarez, the information states that on or about September 2nd of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Alvarez, do you understand what you've been charged with?
What kind of charge? I don't listen good.
You was charged, let me read this again. It states that on or about September 2nd of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, you were charged with the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Criminal trespass? Yes, okay.
No, I'm just asking you, do you understand what you have been charged with?
I understand.
You understand? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Alvarez, to this charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
No contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Are you
Yes.
pleading? Say that again. I think we was talking at the same time. Mr. Alvarez, are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, I said the charge.
Okay. Now, Mr. Alvarez, I have before me on this computer tablet a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. It's State's Exhibit number 1. On page 2 of this document, Mr. Alvarez, there are a set of initials. And the first set of initials is on a line that's titled Nola Contendere or No Contest. The second set of initials is on a line that states that you do not request discovery of the evidence and you waive your right to request discovery. Mr. Alvarez, are these your initials on this document?
Yes, that are my initials on the paper.
That's your initials?
Yes.
Okay. Now, on page 3 of the same document, above the line that says defendant, is that your signature? That you have Luis Alvarez. Is that your signature?
Yes, that's my signature.
Okay. Now, I have another document here. This document is titled the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. On this document, there's a signature on this line above the line that says defendant, and that signature says Luis Alvarez. Is that your signature?
That's my signature, yes.
Okay, and there are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
I understand that, yes.
And the second box states that you are waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
I understand that, yes.
All right. Now, Mr. Alvarez, prior to signing and initialing these documents, the court, well, I gave you instructions on the judge's explanations of rights to defendants without an attorney. You were informed that you have a right to hire an attorney, or if you did not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney to be appointed to represent you, or you may represent yourself. And you stated to the court that you wanted to waive your right to an attorney and to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. Now prior to prior to talking to the prosecutor in this case, you signed the written waiver that is included in the misdemeanor, in the written waiver of your right to have an attorney, and that it is included in the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Alvarez. Are you a U.S. citizen?
I'm Russian alien.
I couldn't get his accent. What did he
I'm
say?
resident of the United States.
Are you a resident?
Yeah.
Okay, now let me tell you this. Now, well, first of all, Mr. Alvarez, what country are you from?
I'll go to Mexico.
From Mexico. Okay, so we do not have to contact they're not on the list for us to contact the consulate. Let me just make sure. That is correct. Now, Mr. Alvarez, let me read this to you, which is on page 1 of the misdemeanor plea admonishment, states exhibit number 1, under citizenship. If you are not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty or nolo contendere may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Mr. Alvarez, do you understand that?
I understand that.
And do you still want to go forward with your plea, or do you would like to withdraw your plea?
Can you repeat again?
Okay. Do you still want to go through with your plea, or do you not, or do you not want to go through with your plea?
I want to go through.
You want to go through? Okay. Now you understand what I've just read to you on the citizenship, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now what we're gonna have you, the bailiff is going to get you to initial Peppo. I'm gonna get him to initial, put his initials where it says citizenship on that document. I'm getting ready to get out of the document. Okay, I'm out of it. And that's on page 1 of the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Okay. We go do a recess. We're gonna do it on both of those documents. We'll be in a short recess.